Hi everybody, today I will show you how to create header in WordPress Elementor. So let's just begin. Okay, so now let's just go into the dashboard of our WordPress website. So first of all, what I need to do, I will go into the plugin and I have to add a new plugin here. And here I have to search for Elementor header. Okay. Alright, so as you can see the plugin at the top of the search, the Elementor header and the footer builder. So you can actually use this plugin to create the header and the footer for your WordPress website. So I have already installed this on my system, so I will simply activate this. As you can see here that our plugin is activated. So now let's just go into the settings. In the setting of the plugin, as you can see here, we don't have any template ready for the header or the footer. So now we will actually build the header for our websites. So let's just click on the add new and skip this. So before creating the new header, let me just show you the current header that I am using on my website. I think that will be the default header that I have already shown you. Okay, so as you can see here, we have this default header of our template. So now let's just go back to the dashboard of the WordPress. Okay, so now we'll simply add a new header here. So when I'm gonna write down, give it a title, new header, and type of the template would be the header because we want to create the header. So you can also create the footer, the custom block and the before footer here, but we will create the header here and display on. Okay, so where do you want to display the header? I actually want to display the header on the entire website. So let's click on the entire website and user roles. Okay, so on the basis of the user roles, so where do you want to display this header? So let's just click on the select and I would actually go with all user roles. Okay, so let me just publish this. Okay, so now let's just click on the view post and it will actually show us our new header. But obviously right now we haven't added anything in our header. So let's go back to the edit template and click on the edit with the Elementor. And from here we will actually customize our header. Okay, so as you can see here that we are inside the Elementor editor. So from here I will actually add the section and I will actually select the 3-column structure here. And in the first box I will actually add the image here as the logo. So image, choose the image. So from here I will actually choose my own image. So let's just select this. Okay, so I have to decrease the size of the image. So I will go into custom and I will actually go 100 px. Okay, so I think that is fine and apply this. And if I go into the style, okay, so as you can see here that we have this white background. So I just want to remove this. So I would actually give the border radius to my image. So as you can see that we actually remove that white background color, okay, from our image by giving the border radius. Okay, now we are actually good with the size of the logo here. So let's click on the second section and here I actually want to add the navigation menu. So I'm gonna write out the navigation and as you can see that we have this navigation menu. So let's click on this. Okay, so we have to add this in this section. Okay, so we have added our navigation menu here. So in the last I would actually add the button, call to action button. So let's just drag this into this section. Okay, so now I need to align the navigation bar and the button into the center vertically. So let's click on the layout here and as you can see here we have this vertical align. So let's click on the middle. That is okay now. And in the similar way I would actually click on the edit column and from here let's just put the value to the middle and I also want to put it into the center. Okay, alright, so now you can see here we have actually aligned our menu and the button into the center vertically. Okay, so now we need to edit this. So let's give a proper space to our navigation menu because it will be occupying more space than the logo and the button. Okay, so that is fine. So let's click here and I want to center this. Okay, so I just want to put it into the right end. So now it looks good. So now let's just click on the logo and go into the content. Okay, so if you want to add the URL to your logo, so you can simply add it from here. But right now I just want to skip this. Alright, so now we'll actually go into the navigation menu, and from here I will go into the layout. Okay, so in the layout you can actually align it into the center or the right side or to the left. So I will actually go with the left side right now, and we have this sub menu icon, sub menu animation and action on the menu click. You can play with these settings here, and we have the full width enabled for our navigation menu, and we have this icon. So I'm actually good with these values here. So let's click on the style. Okay, so from here we have the horizontal padding, we have the vertical padding, we have the space between the items of our navigation menu, and we have the row spacing. So let's just give the space between our items. So I think this will work fine. All right, and if you want to add the padding, horizontal padding, you can add it from here, but right now I think we are actually good with the default value, which is 15. All right, so you can also add the vertical padding if you want to. So as you can see that we have this link hover effect. So when I hover over the link, it would have the effect, but right now we don't have any effect. So let's just have some effects here. So we have the underline, we have the overline, we have the double line, we have the framed, we have the text. So let's just click on the underline, and you will be able to see the effect here. Okay, so that is looking great. So let's just try the overline. Okay, let's just try the double line. Okay, and let's just try the framed. Alright, so in the last, let's try the text. Okay, so I think I would simply go with the underline. That is looking perfect here. Okay, so that is it. So you can simply play with these animation values here. So I would just simply like to change the font family of my navigation menu. So let's click on the edit here, and in the font family I have to search for Mont. Okay, so I will go with the Montserrat here. Okay, so let's click on it, and you will be able to see the change in the fonts. Okay, so in the weight I will actually go bold here. That is looking fine, and we also have the style decoration. Alright, so I have done my changes in the typography, and so I need to change the whole color of my text, so that would be the green. So let's click on the whole, and text color, that would be the green here. I think that would work fine. Maybe a little darker here, a little more darker. Okay, so that is looking fine. Alright, so that is the text color, and I don't want to add the background color, but I also want to change the effect color. So as you can see that the effect color in the underline is actually the black color, so I have to change it into the green color, just like the text color. So let's click on the text color. I have to copy this color and click on the effect color here, paste the color here, and we would have the same color on the text and the effect color. So let's hover over our link, and now you will be able to see that we have the same color on both the text and the underline. Okay, so now that is looking great. Alright, so let's just close the main menu, and we also have the drop down, but right now as you can see that we don't have any drop down option in our navigation menu, but you will see the same kind of settings in the drop down, such as the text color, background color, typography, box shadow, and etc. So let's just close this as well, and we also have the menu trigger and the close icon. Okay, so I think I will simply skip this, and it has the same kind of values just like the main menu. So let's close this. Okay, so now I think I'm okay with the navigation menu right now. So now let's just add it our button here. So in the button, I would actually add buy now. Okay, so you can add the link to your button from here, and you have the alignment here. So if you want to align it to the center, you can simply do it, but I will keep it to the right side. And you can change the size of the button, and you have the icon. If you want to add the icon, we can simply add the icon from here. So I want to add the icon, so let's click on the icon library, and I want to add the money icon here. So that would be this icon. So let's insert this, and you will be able to see the icon here, but I want to insert it after the text. So you can simply change the position of the icon from here, and you can change the icon spacing if you want to. So I will actually like to give some spacing between our text and the icon, so I think that is fine. Alright, so you can also have the button ID here, and in the style I will actually change the color of my button. That would be the green. Okay, so the same color just like the hover effect of our text here in the navigation menu. So let's click here the color in the background tab and paste our color here, and you will be able to see the difference here. Okay, so I think the color is looking perfect, and now what I need to do, click here again. Okay, so we have the button type, so that would be default, but I want to add the border radius. Okay, so we have added the border radius here. So if you want to add the box shadow, you can simply do it from here, and if you want to add the padding to your button, you can simply do it from here. So as you can see here that we have this green color, but we don't have any color for the hover effect. So let's click on the hover here, and I will actually go with the color, paste the color here, and the color will be a little darker here. So when I hover over the button, you will be able to see the difference here. I think we are good with the text color of the button, but I would actually like to change the font weight and the font family of my text in the button. So that would be the same as the navigation bar. More straight, that would look great, and the weight would be bold. That is looking fine. Okay, so let's close this, and we are okay with this. So let's just move the cursor. Okay, so that is looking perfect. Okay, so we are good with the logo here. We are good with the navigation menu, and we are also good with the button here. But in the button, I would actually like to add the whole animation that is here. So I would actually go with grow animation. So let's just check the grow animation. Okay, so that is looking perfect. Okay, so this is how you can add the animation to the button. And our header is ready now, and we have done everything perfectly. So let's just update our header. And now let's just go back our WordPress dashboard. So click here and exit. Okay, so now what we need to do, we have to visit our website here. So let's click on the visit website, and you will be able to see our customized header here. Alright, so as you can see here, we have this customized header, we have our button here. Okay, so this is how we can create the customized header for our WordPress website. Okay, so if you really find this video useful, hit the like button and subscribe the channel.